All right, so I'm going to explain now that I've been getting some bills with whole billing cycles with solar, how this seems to be working. So no matter what the electric company or the solar company tells you, it looks like you'll always get a bill. Probably most electric companies are doing this way. If not, let me know because I'd like to try to get my electric company, which is Sam Houston Electric Cooperative, to follow suit with the way others are doing it. So anyways, there's always going to be a base charge. Mine is $19.75. There's always going to be this $50 charge for the metering charge, which allows me to put the solar onto the grid of the electric company. And so would I ever be able to get below $69.75? No. Now, $165 is the lowest bill I've ever had. It was during the coldest part of the year. Normally $500 or $600 easy, the way that I used to use electricity. So, overall, did I need solar to reduce my bill? No. I could have just changed my habits. $35.72, does that justify the $100,000 plus cost of the solar panels? No. Did I get $35,000 back from the government? Not at one time. This year, because of the way my taxes are, I got $8,500 back. Next year, I guess I'll get around the same amount, and then that will continue until I get all the $35,000, which, I'm using that to actually pay my bills. So, and the cost of the solar. The loan for the solar was no interest, basically no interest. So, you can't beat that. All right. So the electric company, as you can see, charges me 3 cents, 33 cents to deliver. There's always going to be a delivery charge. As you can tell, they charged about the same, just a little bit more to buy the electricity from me. So that about canceled out the delivery charge. They're charging me 10 cents for the energy. And so this month I generated 877 kilowatts. It isn't bad. I bought 1,012 kilowatts. Now, just so that you know, and I'll show you like yesterday's usage. So I'm wondering, so from what I can understand is anytime that I'm pulling from the grid to use anything electric in my house, they're going to charge me at that moment. So point of use billing is what my company uses. I guess everyone does that. Now, we're generating a lot of the electricity while nobody's home, so on solar. My thought would be if we're using more of the electricity when we're home, it would pull from the grid, which would take away from the amount that I'm buying from the electric company. So, would batteries help in this situation? Yes, but I've got another roughly, if I do it myself, which I'm going through the School of Phase to do that, it's going to cost me $20,000. If not, then it would have cost me another $100,000 to go through these companies that use so many. They have 3 or 4 subcontractors, and everybody's getting a piece of the pie, and I lose out in the end. So you can see if I'm doing this just for saving, I'm not going to get a lot of savings. Maybe $50 off my bill is the most. So what I've done to actually get my kilowatt usage down is I don't have any lights on at night. Heat this year, I used propane and diesel, and I have plans for doing other things like that. So it doesn't benefit me to stay on the grid. So I feel like I have to work on getting a situation going here where I don't get tied into the electric company at all. If they're getting, they almost got the same amount of electricity that I used, but only paid me $35 for it. They're getting the benefit of that, And what am I getting for that? So I'm going to continue to work on reducing my dependence on the electric company. I do want to get a battery system. I like the in-phase setup. I like how it does the switching and how it does all the complicated mechanics and all that stuff through their system. I did get shafted by the company that did the install. They didn't set up the they didn't commission my system, so I can't use Enlighten yet, so I'm going through the school so I can go ahead and become an installer myself and hopefully do that for my own place here. So right now I can't see the array. I can't see what each individual panel is doing. But now we're entering into springtime, longer days, and so I'm gonna put on here a sample view of my best production day yet. It was a minus 75, and so this whole month is going to be interesting because right now I've got all minuses except one. Now again, that's kind of tricky because a minus doesn't mean that you're benefiting. I mean, you're getting some taken off, but every bit of electricity that you use, you're paying for that. Okay, so in order for solar to work for you, you're gonna still have to change the way that you do things. I'm still using my batteries for my lights, and that's helping out. So I'm gonna put a picture up on here of yesterday's usage. All right, so this is yesterday's usage. As you can see, this comes up to be like negative 75 kilowatt hours. So I produced a lot. Days are getting longer. But every part of the green, I paid for that. So, and again, you're paying kind of triple the amount of the delivery and the cost of what it took for the electric company for you to buy that from the electric company. So, so that does look good, but those are the kind of the tricks of that.